Hey, Programming 11. This is going to be a video for students who want to go a bit above and beyond the current assignment. If you are, really enjoying the course and you find yourself ahead a lot and you want to do more advanced things, then this video is for you. It is not required at all. There's no requirement for you to do this. So please feel free to, if you're already struggling with the stuff or just got enough on your plate to not engage with these videos. Nothing in here will be required for any particular project, but it's advanced knowledge that I think a lot of students will find useful, especially if you want to do some cool stuff with processing and make your project seem more professional. Make real user interfaces is what we're going to use it for, but there's a bunch of reasons why you might want to use this this system of drawing on separate layers. So that's going to be the real focus of this is instead of just drawing on the screen, we can draw to layers separately, and we can manage those layers separately. All sorts of fun can be had with this stuff, but I especially think it'll be useful for our drawing project right now. And I'll show you an example. I have a very basic drawing project I've put together as an example. So, we have our squiggle tool. We can click and draw the squiggle. Cool. But I can also click and draw circles. So I can click and drag the circles. I've made a face apparently. With a little nose. I don't know what's going on here. And you can see that I'm clicking and dragging, and these circles are sort of forming and shrinking. And then when I let go of the mouse, then they're put into place. So this isn't really possible the way we have been doing the drawing. The drawing has been done where we're just drawing on the stage, and something like the squiggle tool depends on us not clearing the frame from one frame to the next. But the circle definitely does require us to be clearing the frame, because otherwise, how are the old circles sort of disappearing? I'll show you an example. I've actually programmed two versions of this. So if I go to this version, if I'm not, able to clear the frame, then this is what the circle looks like. They just kind of pile up onto each other. And that's its own cool. I kind of like this as its own kind of thing. But that's not what we're trying to do here. It does look pretty neat, though, I have to say. So the circle tool requires us to be clearing the frame, but the squiggle tool cannot, be cleared. It has to be put into onto the stage or onto the background, and we depend on not clearing for that squiggle to kind of build up. It's just a bunch of lines that need to be preserved. So what we're going to do is we're going to create different surfaces. One surface is going to be designed for drawing the squiggle line, and will be sort of ultimately where everything ends up. All the drawings will end up. But then we'll draw another layer where we can do the preview of the circle. And when we let go of the mouse, we click and drag, it's going to draw the preview layer. When we let go, it's going to draw onto the sort of canvas layer where all the drawing is going to ultimately end up. So that way we can have separate different things. This is also useful for a bunch of other things. If you want to make a toolbar that's draggable and you can click and put it into places, create windows within your project that don't overwrite what's behind. And then there's a bunch of other features later on that we'll do in programming 12 that will use this as well. You need to have these separate layers. So that's what this set of videos are all going to be about. So check it out and enjoy. And then when you're done, you can add in all sorts of extra tools. Things like drawing a square, drawing lines, drawing, all the different shapes that we have. And I think that would be a really fun thing to add onto your project. In addition, you can add in things like, choosing a stroke color and a fill color. So when you draw your circle, your two sets of chosen colors will determine what gets filled in and what gets, outlined and so on. So this will be a really good set of videos for doing that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video there. And if this sounds good to you, and if you've got the time to do it, then please join me in the next video. We'll take a look at how we do the layers. And I think I might also do a video on how I'm doing my buttons. It's just I don't know if it's necessarily better than what we're doing in class, but I want to show you sort of how I chose to do it to make them a little bit more sophisticated and dry, the do not repeat yourself kind of idea of code. Okay, so thanks. Tune in to the next video to see what this is all about. Take care, everybody. Oh, I don't know what I did. Okay, bye.